Hello there, friends. I somehow managed to lock myself outside the studio, and Z is yet to come back. I thought I saw something outside and heard a loud crash, so I brought out the camera and what I thought was my alien dissecting kit, but turned out to be our old TV set. When I finally managed to shine a light on the thing, I found what looked to be a pair of pants. I wanted to check it out, but Z told me not to investigate cryptids after what happened last time, so gonna do a video on it. But before that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spoops, tunes, and memes. It really helps out the channel. And without further ado, let's go! So what is this thing exactly? In my last video talking about the Ningen, it may have come from a 2chan mystery from Japan. The Fresno Nightcrawler finds its roots as a modern-day American cryptid. Also referred to as the Fresno alien, it was initially spotted in Fresno, California, hence the name. In 2007, a resident of Fresno caught this strange creature on a security camera, just strolling along his yard. Apparently he went to check out what was going on when he heard his dogs were losing it outside. Now he took his footage to the internet, and of course, it's the exact type of weird to become very popular online. Now the video itself is pretty grainy, it's security footage, it's not very clear. But it looks like these strange alien-like creatures appear to have, or rather be, a long pair of legs. Well, not that long really, because it's estimated that it's just about 4 or 5 feet tall, around 1.5 meters. A far cry from the 20-foot long whale-sized Ningen. It does appear as though they have a head of some sort, but it's small and bulbous and you can't really make out any facial features. It also appears to be very stringy looking and gray with backwards bending knees. At least that's what we can assume from how it walks. And similar to the Ningen, it doesn't seem to mean any harm. I mean, it's just a pair of legs and a bulb for a head. I doubt it has any ability to cause some anyway. I really hope that statement doesn't age poorly. Now, the original uploader of the video apparently took their footage to Univision, a communications network of some sort, though I don't think they heard anything from them from what I've gathered. However, it eventually caught the attention of sci-fi docuseries Fact or Faked Paranormal Files, who tried to debunk and deconstruct the video. With this, it gained even more attention, and this is good, right? We get more discussion, debate, information. Well, no, actually. If anything, this mystery remains unsolved and discussion gets muddled with new and unverifiable information. So, with more attention, we get more sightings, outside of California, and even outside America. Of course, a lot of people would start to notice these things. One notable sighting, with footage, involves this thing found in Yosemite National Park around March 2011. It would appear that it's accompanied by a smaller nightcrawler, which is kinda cute. Another sighting was on December 12, 2014, when a 60-year-old former Marine was driving around Carmel, California, when he noticed something strange up on a hill. It was apparently a 7-foot-tall gray alien-looking creature that looked similar to the Fresno Nightcrawler. Unfortunately, we don't have any video evidence of that, and we don't know if that thing brought its kid too, which I find highly suspicious. The most recent video we have of it was from 2017, from someone in Poland, who believes they caught the Fresno Nightcrawler themselves. Now, when anything gets touched by the internet, people can add their own takes and information, and as I said, it can be quite difficult to verify, including these recent sightings. I saw somewhere that apparently they might have had origins in Native American folklore, but as far as I know, this particular tidbit was debunked. There's a lot of discussion and debate on whether this creature is actually real, or whether the video itself was a hoax. And for this, we can look at Captain Disillusion, a YouTuber who takes a look at these unbelievable viral videos and gives an explanation on how they can work. In his video, he shows how easy it is to use some special effects and editing to fake some cryptid footage. Given this, there is a chance that the previous videos I showed could be fake too. I mean, if you look here, the legs look like they're just fabric tied up to a pair of stilts. Similar to the video from 2017 in Poland. I mean, the video footage from both of these videos aren't very clear, similar to the original. It doesn't help that it's dark as hell, and I mean, if you look at the legs, they also look like fabric that's tied to stilts in some manner. If anything, you can even chalk it up to CGI. A quick disclaimer, I'm not saying that they're completely fake, I'm saying it's a possibility. I wouldn't want it to be fake either, because I think it's really cool. But why? Why would someone go through all the trouble to do this? Well, to put it simply, clout. Fame, fortune, the works, all sorts of merchandise and other sightings had come out ever since the original had become viral. Sure enough, a lot of people would want to ride the wave of popularity that this creature had. And I'm not gonna lie, that includes myself for covering this creature in this video. Well, given all this discussion and debate, when we really look into it, we don't actually know jack about this thing, aside from some fuzzy footage and eyewitness recounts. And because we don't really have valuable information on this thing, we have all sorts of theories and thoughts on what it could really be. So we have the animal theory, and there are quite a number of animal-related theories, such as it being a new species of primate, one with really tiny arms, or even a crane, and I mean they have long freaky legs too. And speaking of, there was actually another theory that I personally love, where the video is actually just of a deer standing upright walking on two legs. What? How are you seeing this? Anyways, this drives me up the wall because if this were true, then I would retract my previous statement about how this creature wouldn't be able to cause harm. This is because deer freak me out. They are way bigger than I anticipate, and have the ability to send you to the shadow realm within seconds with their out-of-this-world strength. Speaking of out-of-this-world, we of course have the alien theory, because I told you, there would always be an alien theory. Aside from being weirdly proportioned animals or folks on stilts, the whole concept of how this creature looks doesn't appear to naturally look like any creature animal we know. Some people have pointed out how weirdly it walks, as if this Earth wasn't its natural environment. I mean, if they were some sort of extraterrestrial being, we don't know what they're here for and how they managed to get here at all. I can't seem to find any correlating reports on UFO sightings in the area around the time the sightings occurred. So that's unfortunate. It is possible that, aside from being from other planets, they could be from another dimension. And this brings us to our third theory, one that I don't see as often, and one that has more sinister implications. It is possible that it may be a creature from another dimension, like a supernatural entity of some sort. Another horrifying theory along these sinister lines is that they were people who were experimented on. Creepy, eldritch abominations. However, this is the part where it's kind of impossible to get any evidence of it, but it's interesting to see if this were actually the case. I mean, this would mean that we're moving away from this silly little dude on legs and reaching horror levels of Slenderman lore, or Trevor Henderson's works, or even Stranger Things. I mean, considering a few artistic depictions of them looking like these terrifying things, it's definitely one to look into. So, this guy has been walking on screens everywhere, and yet we have no clue on what it could be. No solid evidence. And we can't even determine on whether or not it's real. The only thing we can get a strong hold of is the video from above, but we can't deny the fact that it also has a strong grip on us. From plushies to t-shirts and other merchandise, as I have mentioned, it seems that, aside from intrigue, it has also captured the hearts of many. I mean, how could it not? I mean, look at these things, they're adorable. Look at him. Anyway, since I haven't been able to break back in, I should probably go and get Z back. But until then, I want to hear from you guys. Is this creature real, or is it something else? What do you think it is? Let us know.